What's up YouTube? I hope each and every one of you guys are healthy and enjoying life today. Today I'm going to be doing a video comparing the Volvo XC60's Harman Kardon sound system versus the Bowers and Wilkins sound system, and we're going to see which sound system is better fitted for you. Now both of these sound systems can both be found in the XC90 as well, but for today's purposes both sound systems are going to be in XC60s. Now I wanted to say a huge thank you to Heasley over here at Beyer Volvo Cars of Dulles, Virginia for allowing me to do this video for you guys today. If you guys are interested in any Volvo product, I'll be sure to have Jamer's information on screen as well as in the description box down below. But with that said, let's get into the video. We're going to be testing the Harman Kardon sound system here first, and I wanted to get a couple things said right off the bat, is that if you guys want to get the Harman Kardon sound system over the base sound system, you're going to have to step up to the plus trim level. There are 3 trim levels that you can get on the XC60, starting with the core, working our way up to the plus, which is the mid-range model, and then working our way all the way up to the ultimate, which is like the fully loaded variant of the XC60, which we are in here today. So back to the plus, if you guys want the Harman Kardon sound system, you got to step up to at least the plus trim level. And if you guys get the plus trim level and you want the Harman Kardon sound system, the Harman Kardon sound system is an $800 option. However, if you guys step up to the ultimate trim level, the Harman Kardon sound system comes standard. So again, plus, it's an $800 option. On the ultimate, it comes standard. So the Harman Kardon sound system is a 600-watt system. You get 14 speakers in addition with a subwoofer as well. It's standard on the ultimate trim, like I said, and I want to show you guys what it looks like. So we're going to start here with looks. So I'm going to pop open the door. You can see the speaker surround looks pretty good in my personal opinion. It's like a dark metallic gray color. It looks pretty sweet. It's like a brushed. In my opinion, I think it looks really good. And then working our way to the bottom of the door, that is what the bottom speaker looks like. You know, it looks pretty basic, but working our way up to the center, that is what the Harman Kardon speaker looks like here at the center at the top of the dash. And then again, here on your front passenger door, that's what it looks like. And then it looks the same on the bottom. Working our way to the rear, you can see that's what the speaker surround looks like at the top and on the bottom. I also wanted to show you guys on the center display, I'm gonna hit the home button here first, and we're gonna go into our center display, and we're gonna go into our sound settings. So we're gonna start with the looks, and then we're gonna work our way into the settings. So if you go press the settings button, you can go into the sound, and you can optimize the sound for the driver, or you can optimize the sound for everybody, or you can optimize the sound for your rear passengers. So right now I have it optimized for everybody, so I'm gonna play a song here for a second that's got a little bit of bass, and we'll play about 20 seconds of it. With volume about 70% up.
Seem like every cat ain't gotta maintain the cap. You can make
got a bass drop coming in here in a second.
Tell the whole truth, get paid for that. But you never fall off, you was made for that. You gotta be who you really be, shine from the inside.
Sounds good. Okay, so what I wanted to say is that it sounds really good and it still maintains the clarity. Sorry, I'm talking loud. But it still maintains the clarity even when you turn it all the way up, and the bass is still there. So when you have the bass kicking in, the sound still remains really clear, which is really, really nice. And you can feel the sub in action. Like when I'm sitting here in this seat, you can feel it boom, boom, boom on every bass hit. So it sounds really good. However, when you're comparing this to the Bowers sound system, and we're talking about like the seat optimization stuff and all the different settings and the configurations and all the different things that you can do versus the Harman versus the Bowers and Wilkins. The Bowers and Wilkins definitely has a lot more adjustability. So I'm going to show you guys all the adjustability here with the Harman before we get into the Bowers. So again, you can do the seat optimization for the driver, everybody, or the rear. So we'll go into the driver. I'm going to play that song again from the beginning, and I'm going to see what it sounds like here as it optimizes in the driver's seat.
Seem like every cat ain't gotta maintain the cap. You can make change, don't change for that. Tell the whole truth, get paid for that. Bet you never fall off, you was made for that. You gotta be who you really be, shine from the inside. Cause they ain't really who they say on the outside.
You can see the bass shaking the mirror.
You gotta be who you really be, shine.
I'm gonna switch it to the rear. So now it's optimized for the rear. for everybody.
Slide around the city with my day one.
I'm gonna turn surround sound on. I'm gonna turn that down so you guys can hear me. I'm gonna turn the surround sound on. I'm gonna play it again. So now this is surround sound.
Seem like every captain gotta maintain the cap. You can make change, don't change for that. Tell the whole truth, get paid for that. Bet you never fall off, you was made for that. You gotta be who you really be, shine from the inside.
Sounds really good. Okay, so in my opinion, I think it sounds really good. I think it's got a great amount of bass, and I think it's got a great amount of bass and clarity for the sound system. So this is a great sound system. So if you guys aren't like total like audiophiles or total like audio aficionados who like really enjoy sound and you love listening to music and you really just want everything to be super crisp and you want everything to be super clear, then I think the Harman Kardon sound system is plenty for you guys. So if you don't really care that much about like the really good sound, I mean, this thing still is a great sound system, but it's not quite the Bowers and Wilkins level. So I want to show you guys a couple more things that you can do. So you can adjust obviously your treble, you can adjust the bass, and you can adjust the subwoofer. So really between the seat optimization stuff and your tone settings, there's not really that much more adjustability. Obviously you've got your surround sound and stuff like that. So you got the surround, and then you got your optimization for your different seats, and then you got these different settings down here. So that's about it for the Harman Kardon sound system. Again, if you guys are not total, like, you love listening to music, if you guys really enjoy listening to music and you're snobby about, you know, the different sounds and the bass and the clarity and that kind of stuff, then again, I think the Harman Kardon sound system will do you just fine. It sounds fantastic, and honestly, before I stepped into the Bowers car, I thought this sound system was absolutely, you know, really good and one of the better sound systems that I've ever heard, but then I stepped into the Bowers car. So again, I think the sound system itself looks pretty good. You can let me know what you guys think of the look in the comments down below. But, you know, again, it sounds really good. The bass is great. The clarity is great. And again, I'm going to reiterate this one more time. You have to get at least the plus trim level to option for the Harman Kardon sound system, which is an $800 option. However, if you guys get the ultimate trim level, it comes standard. Now, let's get into the Bowers car. And just like that, we are in a Bowers car. Again, this is a 2023 XC60 Ultimate dark theme. Dark theme doesn't matter, but I just wanted to reiterate that if you guys want to get the Bowers and Wilkins sound system, you have to get the ultimate trim level. You cannot option this on the Plus, and you cannot option this on the Core. It has to be the ultimate, and the ultimate standard sound system is the Harman Kardon sound system. Now, I wanted to say that the Bowers and Wilkins sound system definitely looks a lot more upscale than the Harman Kardon sound system. You get these stainless speaker surrounds. They look really sweet. So I'll do a little top view. It's really windy outside. That's the top view. And then just like the Harman Kardon, you get a pretty basic speaker at the bottom of the door panel. However, what separates the Bowers and Wilkins from the Harman Kardon sound system is that you get a tweeter on top of your center speaker. So center speaker for the most part looks very similar to the Harman Kardon system. However, you get this nice little tweeter here at the top. It looks pretty sweet. It says Bowers and Wilkins. And in my opinion, I kind of like the color of this just a little bit better. It seems like it stands out more on this black trim. So I think this looks pretty sweet. Again, that's the top. That's the passenger side. And then moving into the rear seats, this is where it kind of differentiates itself from the Harman Kardon sound system. You can see at the top of the door panel, you get the stainless speaker surround, whereas on the Harman Kardon system, you just get a basic speaker up top here. So this is what you get. You get a pretty sweet speaker surround, and obviously same goes for on this side of the driver's side as well. But on the bottom, you can see pretty standard speaker up there or down there as well. A couple things I wanted to mention is that if you guys want to get the Bowers and Wilkins sound system, again, you got to get the ultimate trim level. So there's quite a price difference between getting the Harman Kardon on the Plus versus getting the Bowers and Wilkins on the Ultimate. So if you guys want to even get the option to option the Bowers and Wilkins sound system, you're gonna have to spend about $5,800 more just to step up to the Ultimate trim level from the Plus. And then an additional $3,200 more on top of the $5,800 for the Bowers and Wilkins sound system. So the Bowers and Wilkins sound system is a $3,200 option. So you're spending just about like $9,000 more really to get the Bowers and Wilkins sound system. But you also do get a few other features, obviously, with the ultimate trim level as compared to the Plus. You get like the 360 camera, heads-up display, you get a air purifier, and a bunch of different things. You get adaptive cruise control and all those different features right there that you get with the ultimate. So it's not like you're just getting, you know, the sound system and that's it. You also get the pano roof, and you know, I think the pano roof also comes on the Plus as well, but you get a ton of other features just besides, you know, the option for the Bowers and Wilkins sound system. So again, it's about $9,000 more if you guys want to get the Bowers and Wilkins as compared to the Harman Kardon, which you get as an option on the Plus, which is an $800 option. So a lot more money. However, in my opinion, it's worth it. I think the MSRP of this car is about $64,000, and this thing is pretty well loaded up. Yeah, $64,635. This has got the air suspension, the Bowers and Wilkins sound system, and pretty much every single option that you can get for the most part on an XC60. So for about $65K, you're out the door with a very nice fully loaded XC60 with the Bowers and Wilkins sound system. So it's a $3,200 option. Now we're gonna get into some specs. It is a 1,410 watt sound system. You get 15 speakers, including a subwoofer. You can only option it on the ultimate trim, but you get 4 room modes, which is pretty cool. So I'll get into that now. So we'll go into the settings on the screen. So if you click the home button here, you go into your settings, we'll go into the sound settings, and you can see you have your 4 different room settings. So you've got studio, stage, room, and you can choose between 2 different rooms. You can either be in the concert hall or you can be in the jazz club. So pretty cool. We'll go into stage. This is what stage. You can adjust the intensity, you can adjust the envelopment, you can adjust the treble, the bass, and the subwoofer. And then this screen, the studio screen, is pretty much the exact same as what you'd find. This is like the only screen that you get with the Harman Kardon sound system, and you can do the seat optimization just like the Harman Kardon, where you can go and optimize it for the driver, everybody, or the rear seats. And again, you can adjust the treble, the bass, and the subwoofer. So this is pretty much the same screen that you get with the Harman Kardon sound system, except with the Bowers and Wilkins, you get the stage, and you can adjust the intensity and that kind of stuff, and then you get your different room, your room stuff. So like the studio, the stage, the room, the concert hall, the jazz club. So that is kind of what the differences are in the infotainment system between the Harman Kardon and the Bowers and Wilkins. So there's definitely a lot more tunability, I would say, with the Bowers and Wilkins. And then I listened to it a tad bit when I first got in the car and was just kind of getting used to it. And it is definitely a lot better than the Harman Kardon. Again, when I was talking about the Harman Kardon sound system, when I was first talking about it, that was really the only sound system that I've ever heard in a Volvo car besides the standard sound system, until like 2 weeks ago when one of the employees here was like, hey, you should probably come and listen to the Bowers and Wilkins because it sounds really good. And I got into this thing, and honestly, as of right now, this is like the best sound system that I've ever heard in any car. So that speaks volumes, because I've been in a lot of different cars now, and this is the best sound system that I've heard. So we're gonna play the same song again, except we're gonna be in room, we're gonna be in the concert hall, and then we'll adjust it and maybe we'll go into the studio. So we're gonna start it now. About the same volume, about right there. All right, one thing I wanted to say before we get into that is that I feel like I can hear like the entire voice of this guy who's the singer, if that makes sense. So I can hear like everything. I don't know how to explain it, but it's just like even clearer than the Harman. Like I can hear his entire voice. I don't know how to put it into words, but I'll play it again.
Seem like every cat they gotta maintain the cap. You can make change, don't change for that. Tell the whole truth, get paid for that. Bet you never fall off, you was made for that. You gotta be who you really be, shine from the inside.
Amazing.
They really what they say on the outside. You gotta be who you really be, shine from the inside. They really what they say on the outside.
Okay. So we're gonna pause the song. And what I kind of like about that pause is it kind of doesn't pause instantly. It kind of just like, it like, here, I'll show you. I'll press pause. see it like, ooh, like slowly goes away rather than abruptly goes away. That's pretty cool, and I definitely like that. That's like an added touch that Bowers and Wilkins just puts into their sound system, which I really appreciate. We're gonna go into the studio and we're gonna press play. This is studio.
Seem like every cat ain't gotta maintain the cap. You can make change, don't change for that. Tell the whole truth, get paid for that. Bet you never fall off, you was made for that. You gotta be who you really be, shine from the inside. Cause they ain't really who they say on the outside. You gotta be who you really be, shine from the inside. Cause they ain't really who they say on the outside. Slide around the city with my day one. I ain't gotta worry cause they A1. What in the field do you think?
This sound system is insanely good. Like when you turn it all the way up, not only is just the clarity the same throughout the entire range of the audio, like it's super clear, you can hear everything that the guy's saying, and then the bass is also there, you can feel the subwoofer. It's such an amazing sound system. I think if you guys, you know, you're driving around in maybe your BMW with the Harman Kardon sound system, or you're driving around in some comparable vehicle to this, I think if you guys got out of your vehicle with like a Harman Kardon sound system and you stepped into this XC60 here with the Bowers and Wilkins sound system, I think you guys would be blown away and you'd be like, man, this sound system alone makes me want to buy this car. You know what I mean? Like it is literally that good, and it's nice that you can get a Bowers and Wilkins sound system on a car like this under $65,000 without having to get a BMW that costs $110,000 or $100,000, and you know, it's an additional like $5,000 for the Bowers and Wilkins sound system. So I like how they put a Bowers and Wilkins sound system on a relatively affordable car. I know this car is still very expensive, but man, sound system phenomenal. I honestly highly recommend getting this sound system if you guys are going to get the ultimate trim level. So if you guys are going to get the ultimate trim level anyway, definitely spring for the Bowers and Wilkins sound system. It is absolutely worth it. I mean, there's just so many different things that you can adjust between like the different settings on screen. I mean, it's amazing. So again, absolutely fantastic. Harman Kardon sound system still sounds really good in my opinion, but I mean, this is the Harman Kardon sound system, and then this is the Bowers and Wilkins sound system. So I mean, it is literally, it is what's that, $2,400? It's $2,400 better than the Harman Kardon sound system. But again, that's it for today's video. If you guys did enjoy the video, please be sure to give this video a big thumbs up. Please hit that subscribe button. We got a car ripping back there, but all those likes, all those comments, and all those subscriptions really help me and my channel grow, and I'm really trying to hit 10,000 subscribers, and I cannot do that without your guys' help. So if you guys would please help me get to 10K subs, I would greatly appreciate it. But again, that's it for today's video. I will see you guys in the next one. Peace.